We're from the second story window, and you're watching
MegaMetal.net. Yeah!
I love it, man. Awesome. We just did like 2.5 weeks in Canada, and that was incredible. Awesome people, good shows, like fun kids, like everybody just come out to have a good time, and like we had excellent time up there.
Great turnouts, and like just everyone is so kind up there.
Yeah, it's a different atmosphere.
Darkest Hours easily. We could tour with them every tour we ever do for the rest of our lives. They're just the nicest guys in the world.
They're incredible. It would be a train right now, right?
Bye now.
I had
One I want to say is Vancouver.
Oh yeah.
Incredible. Yeah, Vancouver was awesome.
British Columbia was pretty cool in general, NC-17 reasons. But
Yeah, we had a good time.
Victoria was cool. We had to take a ferry to get to it, across the ocean, and you could see like whales and stuff like that. And, like, it was pretty cool. This is a good experience, man. Just to like see like the most beautiful country like I've ever been in so far. You know, like it's not really pretty out there. Yeah.
Every trees left.
Yeah, there's still tons of trees and mountains. Yeah.
So I'd say that my favorite part of Canada was not the cities. The kids were my favorite part.
Yeah.
Just experiencing that countryside.
Timmins was very cool. We played in a restaurant. It's like one of the most northern cities on the continent or something.
Yeah.
Timmins. And we played in the back of a restaurant, and just like just a ton of kids there just to have a good time. You know what I mean? Like I think it was one of the first shows that they ever had there. And,
Up next we've got 4US with Three Eyes of the Dead and the Acacia String. So that's going to be all over the entire US.
Wow, that's a good show right there.
yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Definitely.
Hundreds of bands.
Countless. I'd like. We've always wanted to do a tour with a band that, I mean, bands that aren't just like us. Okay?
Transcend it.
Yeah, we kind of want to, I don't know, I'd love to go out on tour with a band like Thursday, something like that, just hit that whole marketing. I feel like those types of music, like, they kind of mesh together. You see tons of kids that listen to that type of music coming to these shows, but, like, not too many kids like this going to those shows. So, I'd love to play on just a completely different tour, just to catch somebody off guard.
Any band that'll just like transcend barriers. Like we're not about being a heavy metal, death metal band. It's strictly raw all the time. You know, like some of our favorite bands are the most mellow bands out. So I've ever been. Like Pink Floyd collectively, with the three of us, I'd say is our favorite band. So it's like, you know, why just be a death metal band when you could broaden everyone's horizon as well as your own? So that'd be really cool to play with any kind.
But Metallica would be fun.
Right, Metallica, we get Pantera back as well.
Yeah, that's a tragedy there.
That's a wish, man. That's a wish. Hey, man. If I could bring them back, I would.
We struggled a little bit. I think it's going to be better next time around. We had, this studio was pretty much our first real big recording experience, and we spent a month in the studio, and like, before that had all been basement demos and like stuff like that. We actually did the real process this time when we lived in the studio, and we, recorded every day, and it was a working thing, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, and it was an experience. We learned a shitload. Like, I came out of there feeling like a better guitar player, a better musician, a better songwriter. You know what I mean? Like, it was quite an experience. It really was. And I think next time will be even better.
Yeah, you mean laid back. I talked on the phone with Jocko, the guy who owns recorded at North Sound Studios in Syracuse, New York. It's probably one of the most unique and incredible venues, I mean not venues, but recording studios we've ever been in. And Jocko is the engineer there, engineer, producer, gifted mind, and wonderful musician, and Moot to the kid.
Cool people. We were just like, we knew from the second we walked in there, we were all on the same page. Like, the guy just kind of, you know what I mean? Like, he just, he knew what we wanted to do immediately. It was awesome. It was a very comfortable atmosphere.
Great person to have over in.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to let us mess up.
Yeah.
I mean, already seeing kids singing along with new songs. Already seeing kids just moving when they know parts are coming up or when their favorite parts are coming. And just seeing these, I would say yes. Like we have, absolutely, even the kids tonight. I mean, there were kids in there that I would not expect to be singing along, right, singing their heads off with me, and that's the most fun thing.
Yeah.
So and that's any sort of suggestion as to what's to come. For sure.
Halfway through Canada, our guitar player quit.
Wow.
I'm not sure yet. We played in the 4-piece tonight.
So this came out of nowhere?
We saw it coming a mile away, but never expected him to actually do it. You know what I mean? Like he was, for the longest time we were here and he was way over here. And this guy, this is our bass player Joe.
So I had to puke. I was really hot.
Yeah,
Heat exhaustion.
We're talking about
I know.
the train.
I borrowed your deodorant and your axe.
Like deodorant?
I didn't mean to go through. I put it on my finger. Anyway, put it on my finger. And it's burning my arm. Put it on my finger.
We saw it coming a mile away, but we didn't really expect it, and the way he went about doing it was very
Shady.
Weird. Dishonorable.
In a whack situation, and we're the better for it.
He didn't put us 2 weeks in. But you know what though? We at first we were kind of like, we're talking about Derek quitting, right? Yeah. All right. At first we were like, shit, we're gonna have to fucking go home. And then like, I don't know. Then we were like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, we'll just play, songs we can do with one guitarist as best as we can, and fucking did it. There's no way we were going home. Like I've been waiting for this tour for
Too much fun.
Too much.
We're doing fine.
We are doing fine.
everybody on the tour like pulled together and rallied behind us, and were like the guys he only had his like half stack, and the guys in Darkest Hour were like, all right, we're gonna hook you up. We're gonna run you through our whole setup. So we ended up running him the first night we tried at 4-piece, running through 2 full stacks, which we never did before. So already we felt like it was gonna be huge, and it went over perfectly. We're a much tighter band as a result of it. So thanks, Derek.
So that's before you got another guy. Happened all to get home.
Yeah, the dude we got back home, one of our best friends. He grew up with him. I hang out with the dude every day. He probably hasn't had a job in a year, but like, he's not a lazy dude. He's a good guitar player, tight ass fucking dude. He's one of my favorite dudes.
He's got a tight ass.
He's a tight ass
dude.
He's got a little dark star.
I mean, we're like every other band though, man. Whatever, like we always party.
So you've already got the replacement.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. We had a replacement before Derek quit. We wanted him out of his band after the story. Not yet. Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think for bands it's great. I think for some kids you get disease.
MySpace spreads AIDS.
I think it's good for bands, man.
I think it can be good for bands, and also, like, kids can be under the impression that, like, it's doing wonders for them, but at the same time, you're kind of missing out on some of the fundamental things that goes into coming up as a band, and, like, making fans rather than 8,000 kids with an X before and after their name, and, like, bands, like, don't really do much touring and get all these kids into them, and then all of a sudden they just immediately have a fan base without ever playing shows. And so a lot of the classical, like, eating shit and, making your dues and getting out there and playing to nobody for a few years until you mass people, I have a feeling like that's kind of on the way out in some cases with kids, because that's such a great tool. It's great for bands, but it also takes away a lot of that old school work ethic to it. But it's also good. It's a giant networking tool, man. I mean, that's all it is.
I definitely think MySpace is great, but the only thing that kind of sucks about it is if you're curious about a band, you'll download them on MySpace before you go to a local show. Which is, you know what I mean? Like, let's say we're by the record.
You go to our MySpace page.
Exactly. I mean, that's, you know what I mean? Like, let's say we've never been to Wichita before, and like, there's a bunch of kids who want to like, hear what we sound like, or they're curious. They won't let the curiosity get to them. What they'll do is they'll just download the song, and if it's not anything they like, they'd rather do that than go to the show. Which I mean,
Or go out by the record.
yeah, exactly. So it's like
all things like that, man. Like iPod, MySpace, whatever.
it's all the downloading
YouTube, all that. The whole like instant access thing is killing the music industry. That's a big deal. You know what I mean? But you know, that's
albums
in the classic sense. Things are evolving.
Man, our job is to get out and rock as hard as we can, make kids want to still buy records, want to still be part of music, want to still understand what we're trying to do through them. You know what I mean? Like, alright, for example, Boise, Idaho. Never played Boise. It was a day off. It was like, screw it, we're gonna play Boise. We put a MySpace message up that night, and the next day we had like 150 kids
in a house.
in a house. So, you know, it's
really awesome.
So yeah, it's just like everything else. You gotta hustle in it.
We used, for guitars and stuff, we didn't use Mason Boogies in the studio. Stuff, we used like a Marshall Head 5150, and just got like the right tones out of those. You know, we went through like 20 or 30 amps, and just like ended up with a Marshall and a fucking Peavey, you know what I mean, for the guitars, and that's pretty much all. Like as far as that goes, I think just the heads for the guitar end was different. You know what I mean?
A lot of mics.
Just the tone. Yeah, we put like 10 or 11 mics on one cab. We'd have 10 channels on the mixer. You just start moving them and fading them up and down until you got like an awesome tone. And
we were just really lucky to have, again, Jocko producing the record, and being the engineer behind everything, because he just was so down to experiment, and take time to get the right tones and the right textures and everything, even with drums, with vocals, with everything.
Yeah, mark my words, in the future, the word Jocko is going to be like a metal legend. He's got to be. A genius. Come check us out in November and December. We're gonna come out full guns blazing in a way that we never really have before. I'm not gonna explain that. Just come to the shows. Gonna amp it up and just try to keep
concert.
Yeah.
Well, just thank you so much to you guys. Thanks to everybody who's going to read this or pay attention to what we have to say. Please go check out our new record. It seriously means the world to us to have kids sing along and be a part of what we're a part of and what we're trying to experience through music, through them. You know what I mean? So just, we said it before, an open invitation to kids. Please always just come talk to us and be cool, because
we party, we drink beer,
we fucking hang out, and you'll never
drink some beers after this.
Never be assholes, man. Say that. Thanks to all the kids out there. Go by the window.
Cool.